So, Mr. Rudra, class 9th, ICSE board, exercise 6D. The chapter is simultaneous linear equations. Question number 1. Now, in this questions like these, what you need to do is you need to substitute. Basically, you have a 1 upon x and 1 upon y. So, the easiest way to tackle these questions is put 1 upon x is equal to a, put 1 upon y is equal to b, so that this equation reduces to 9a minus 4b is equal to 8 and 13a plus 7b is equal to 101. Mr. Rudra, any doubt?
No, sir.
I'll solve for a and b. Once I have the value of a and b, I'll come back to this. I'll put the value of a here, I'll put the value of b here, and I'll solve for x and y. Any doubt?
No, sir.
So this is what I've done. So this is my first equation. In first equation, I put 1 upon x as a and 1 upon y as b. So my first equation becomes this, and my second equation becomes this. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Then I need to solve this equation and this equation. And what I plan is I plan to eliminate b. So I multiply the first equation by 7 and the second equation by 4, so that this becomes this and this becomes this. Then I simply add these two equations. I solve for a. The value of a is 4. Once I have the value of a, I need the value of b. So for finding the value of b, what I do is I put the value of a here and I solve for b. This is what I've done here. So b would be equal to 9a minus 8 upon 4. The value of b becomes 7. Mr. Rudra, any doubt?
No, sir.
And then I realize that 1 upon x is equal to a. So therefore 1 upon x is equal to a, x is equal to 1 by 4, and 1 upon b is equal to b. My b was 7, so y becomes 1 upon 7. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Let's move to the next question. Question number 4. Question number 4. Solve this and this. Here, I need to substitute only the value of 1 upon y. I need to put just value of 1 upon y to be any other variable, and I can solve for the other variable. Basically, this is what I'll do. I'll only put the value of 1 upon y to be some other variable, that is a, so that my this equation reduces to this, and this equation reduces to this. Mr. Rudra, any doubt?
No, sir.
Then I plan to eliminate a. To eliminate a, I multiply both sides of this equation by 2 and both sides of this equation by 3. These are the two equations that I get. I add the two equations. The value of x is 3. Once I have the value of x is equal to 3, I solve for a. So I put the value of a in this equation. This is where I put the value of x. X is equal to 3. I solve for a. This is what I get. But what I need to remember is that I need the value of x. And that is why I go back to this equation. I go back to this equation. I solve for y, and the value of y that I get is 2. Mr. Rudra, any doubt?
No, sir.
There's a second part of this equation, this question, where what they are saying is that find a if y is equal to ax minus 2. So y is equal to ax minus 2. So for this part, what I'll do is y is equal to ax minus 2. This is y. I have calculated the value of y and x here. And what I do is I put the value of y here, x here, and I solve for a. Any doubt, Mr. Rudra? Question 6th, first part. In this equation, again, I'll have to put the value of 1 upon x plus y is equal to a, and 1 upon x minus y is equal to b, so that this equation and this equation simplifies in terms of a and b. I'll solve for a and b, then I'll put the value that I have calculated back here, and then I'll have to solve for x and y. Mr. Rudra, have you understood the logic?
Yes, sir.
So question 6th, first part. 1 upon x plus y is equal to a, 1 upon x minus y is equal to b. So my first equation becomes 20a plus 3b is equal to 7, and 8a, sorry, this is x minus y. So x minus y is equal to b. Therefore 8b minus 15a is equal to 5. Once I have these equations, I plan to eliminate a, and that is why I multiply this equation by 3, this equation by 4, so that these are the two equations that I get. I simply add these two equations, solve for b. Once I have the value of b, I find the value of a. So b is equal to 1. I go back to this equation. So b is equal to 1. I solve for a, and the value of a is 1 by 5. Mr. Rudra, any doubt?
No, sir.
But this is not my final answer, because a is equal to 1 by 5. So this is equal to 1 by 5, and b is equal to 1. I need to solve for x and y, because that is what is required in the question. I need to solve for x and y. So I put the value of a and b here, and this is what the equation reduced to. Then these become my next equations. I solve for x and y. X is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Mr. Rudra, any doubt?
No, sir.
So next question is question 7th, first part. Now in questions like these, what I need to do is I'll take this equation, I'll divide both sides by xy. If I divide both sides by xy, this will become 1 upon y plus 1 upon x is equal to 2. This is my first equation. And the second equation, again I'll divide both sides by xy. So this will become 6xy upon xy. So this equation will become 1 upon y minus 1 upon x is equal to 6. Should there any doubt?
No, sir.
Once I have this, let's see. Okay. So this is what I've done. I've These are the equations which were given to me. I divided both sides by xy. So this equation reduced to this, and this equation reduced to this. Once I have this and I look closely at the equations, when I add these two equations, this and this will eliminate. I'll get the value of y to be 1 by 4. Then I can take the value of 1 by 4. I can substitute this value of y either here in equation 2, which I have done here. This is equation 2. Or I can substitute the value of y in equation 1. This is equation 1. Both ways the answer that I will get is x is equal to minus half, which is my final answer. Shall there any doubt?
No, sir.